Badajoz UFO creature. The Badajoz UFO incident is one of the strangest UFO phenomena to have occurred in Spanish history, linked to its Air Force. The incident became popularized as the Green Man of Talavera la Real as two Spanish soldiers, José Mara Trejo and Juan Carrizosa Lajan, claimed to have seen and shot the creature of unknown origin. Around 1:45 local time on November 12, 1976, José María Trejo and Juan Carrizosa were on duty, each in their own booth, about 60 meters apart, in the so-called fuel zone of the Talavera la Real airbase, Badajoz, Spain. Suddenly, they heard a strange noise. At first, it looked like radio interference, but it turned into a high-pitched whistle that hurt my ears. The soldiers thought that the sound was made by someone who had entered the military zone, but after 5 minutes, it just stopped. Trejo called out to his partner, Carrizosa, if they heard the noise, and he said yes. They prepared their weapons, Z-62 submachine guns, and made a visual inspection of the surroundings. They heard the sound again, which was so powerful it felt like their heads would explode. 5 minutes later, they saw a vertical light in the sky, like a flash, which lasted about 15 or 20 seconds. Another guard arrived with a guard dog. José Hidalgo and another companion, accompanied by dogs, approached the boxes. Fearing that someone had entered the military facility with the intent of sabotage, they decided to notify Guard Corporal Pavon. He ordered them to check the entire area. They went parallel to the wall separating the main road from the base. Seeing that the dog, specially trained for these cases, did not show any signs of anxiety, they also remained calm. But suddenly, when they walked about 300 meters, they felt a whirlpool and heard the branches of a nearby eucalyptus tree break. The military became alert and, clinging to their machine guns, released the dog, which went straight to the place where they heard the noise of the branches. They waited for the dog to make some kind of noise or bark, but after a few seconds it returned sluggish and staggering. The dog returned sick. After some time, the dog began to run around the soldiers. Dogs are taught this to protect their handlers. They stopped several times, but no one answered until José Mara Trejo had the feeling that someone was following him. At 15 meters away, Trejo spotted a human-shaped green light to his left. The being was very tall, about 3 meters. It seemed to be formed of small light points, and the brightness was more intense along its edges. The head was small and covered by something resembling a helmet. The arms were very long and crossed. There was no sign of either hands or feet. Trejo tried to shoot but was unable to do so, and feeling a general stiffness, he fell to the ground. Hidalgo and Carrizosa started shooting. Between 40 and 50 rounds of ammunition were fired at this creature, which flashed and disappeared. The eerie sound that they had heard earlier reappeared. This time the duration of the sound was 10 or 15 seconds. Colleagues helped Trejo up and put the entire base on high alert. Soldiers José Manuel Trejo and Juan Carrizosa with the same wolf dog that discovered the violator on the night of November 12. The next day, 50 people searched the area where the event took place but found nothing. Nothing. Not a single cartridge case, not a bullet that hit the wall surrounding the perimeter, nothing. A few days later, when Trejo entered the base's dining room, he became blind and fell unconscious to the ground. He started having health problems. He was admitted to the Air Force Hospital in Madrid on November 30th with a diagnosis of nervous imbalance. In the future, these nervous imbalances did not recur. Air Force experts confirmed that the cartridges were used up, but what happened to the bullets that were fired? According to the main characters of the story, we don't know what it is. But what we do not doubt is that we saw it perfectly, and it looked like a man, but very tall. Even today, there is no answer as to what the soldiers fought with. But most people involved in the case agree that it was something involving extraterrestrials.